Oh, sorry. Yeah, so for those rejoining, yeah, so the fucking stream crashed. Like everything crashed on my computer, so I had to like rebuild everything and to return everything back on. I wasn't even running the game. I was just like looking around and it just crashed. Ridiculous. Prague, I believe, is one of mine as well, actually. We got industrialization down there. Oh god, is this how the game crashed before? Hokunoshima. Oh, that's not good. That's in Japan, isn't it? Yeah, let's do, institutions. Gonna help out with institution spread. Actually, you know what? This is not gonna make much of a difference, is it? In the grand scheme of things. Okay, Dimus, let's, do that. Oh, jeez. So I think this is South Africa. I'm surprised I'm not getting any, war score here. Yes, I wish it didn't take so long to check this out. I'm not gonna look at this anymore. Alright, we're gonna put our guys in Tyrabolis Algarb and put some troops on the garrison. There we go, and then drop them into the ships. Fucking hell. Ah! We got 100. Okay, I'm gonna go and I know I'm very close, but I might as well do it now. So we're gonna go and canonize. I don't really care who I canonize, just canonize anyone. There we go. 100 prestige, 100 literacy, 100 stability. you know what? Oh, imperialism. Oh my god. We've actually got imperialism. The fuck? Oh, that's awesome. Alright, let's do that. I'd rather do imperialism. Imperialism is better than the Roman Casus Belli. In fact, I can probably conquer most of the world using this. Oh, jeez, this is really good. Yeah, why not? Let's do this. I'm gonna build the spy network here as well, and try and declare war on these guys before France joins the coalition. Oh, yeah, right. So, we're gonna drop our stability costs. I don't think I really need it. Oh, right, yes, I can. Start building up this road network. cool. Awesome. Perfect. Ah. Kill him. Kill them all. Can change their court language, but I think it won't really matter too much. Right, so what is spreading here? What is the thing? So it's enlightenment is a big one. Just gonna have a look at this again. Where is enlightenment? Is that the one on the left? Perfect. So this will give us war score efficiency. It'll give us a lot of naval tech. Tax efficiency is alright, but postal service is the one that I want, especially. Ancient Greek studies would be really nice too. In fact, I might go for that first. I don't know how this works. Unified culture group. Cabinet seats. You know, building upkeep costs would be really good for the economy, actually. Yeah, 15% of that. That's crazy. Oh, wait. No, don't crash the game, please. we're going to start moving this local governor out to the east in the Georgian territories. What are we doing with Tunis? Right, so we are finishing this off. Hopefully we can finish this war. Just gonna maybe start sending my navies out this way. Where are my navies? Right, I think the plan was to go and, wait, I'm gonna move my armies. Reshuffle them. I'm gonna get this guard legionary, which I have just built up. And we're gonna start ferrying him to the Legion in Africa. Let's have a look at some of the fashion that may have undoubtedly changed. A big fan of this. I really like a lot of the court fashion. These guys are not quite so interesting to me. I like the European like suits that kind of come up. Very European. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll actually grab these guys and then ferry them to the army and then ferry the Legion Guards to here. Okay, pause it. Okay, so we've got another 42 reasons. My god. Forever. Replay. Start the podcast. Got in the background here. That you can't hear. Sorry about that. Oh, what the fuck? Oh. Oh my god. Oh, that's awful. Okay, let's, keep these guys moving to here, to the boats. I need to go and, oh, bloody hell. That's awful. Excellent. So we've got the institution here. We're gonna go and, grab that. Efficiency of cabinets really good too. Perfect, perfect. I like this one. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Though, minus 25%, that's a lot. I'm probably just gonna keep this one, actually. Oh, did I not? Hold on. Oh, I did. I am doing that. Right. Good, 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 good. Oh, there are Norwegian... Oh, these aren't Norwegian states. These are Indians. Independent Indian states. I don't think these were there before. I'd like to see more independent Indians. I'll bring them out and, is this a feminist? Oh my god, they've got a succession type. It's a very special succession type here. Matriarchal succession. Wow. I think there was a Spanish colony here that's completely collapsed as well. How's it going? Yeah, yeah. I'm doing alright. I have just discovered that this new age has imperialism, casus belli, which is something that's inherited from EU4, and I'm glad that I have access to it. I didn't think I was going to be able to, like, take it to get the casus belli, but now that I'm here, I'm going to start building up more armies and expanding out east. Oh yeah, right. So I want to start getting this casus belli. So we've got imperialism, that's another option, blah blah blah. And we're going to probably drop Connacht. If it's, I mean, I'm assuming it's on sale for the summer sale. I mean, I'd highly recommend it. E4 is really good. It's a very solid game, and they finished development for the game back like 2 or 3 years ago. I'd probably recommend it more than I would recommend EU5. I mean, as much as, I mean, I like EU5. I'm playing it right now, as you can see. But EU4, I think, is a more, well, it's finished. It's the complete game. You're not expecting it to change. I would argue that it is really well optimized compared to a lot of Paradox games. I can run a game from 1444 to 1836 or whatever without any issues. I think it's more like 1815. EU4 starter is like $13. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. I'd honestly, yeah, I think I'm not entirely sure what's in the starter pack, but I'm assuming they bundled in all the like good, like the necessary DLCs for um like the well-rounded DLCs, I'll say. Let me just have a look at this. I want to just check it out first before you buy it. Oh, if it'll oh my god, Steam is running very slowly because EU5 has taken up all the CPU. All the CPU usage. So EU4 base game is $7. Starter edition is Art of War, Common Sense, Rights of Man, the Cossacks, and Conquest of Paradise. I would say yes, yes. These are all pretty good. Yeah, Art of War I definitely know, and Rights of Man is very important. I think that adds some like Republican gameplay. Common Sense is very good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. Art of War and Common Sense are fundamental DLCs, and I think what was it? Conquest. The Conquest one is good for like if you're playing as um uh like colonizers like Castile and France. I'm not sure what Cossacks adds. I mean, obviously something to do with Russia, but I don't know anything beyond that because it's a very early DLC. Cossack estate. Hordes. Alright, so it's Horde gameplay. Yeah, which is pretty fun, I gotta say. Yeah. Yeah, I thought they were adding Art of War and Common Sense to the base game, but apparently they haven't done that. I think maybe people complain and they probably just didn't do it, but but I really like and EU4 is really good. Rights of Man is also a main DLC you should get. Yeah, probably. I think it's Republican gameplay. So yeah, a lot of these DLCs are like very like broadly region and government specific. I think Rights of Man adds Parliament gameplay. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I'm not disagreeing with purchasing it. I think it's actually really good. It's necessary. Oh, this is another one. So I got to build a spy network in Tlemcen. Playing one in. We're on now. Yeah, 9 DLCs. You have the main game already. Oh yeah, yeah. Sultanate Sin. I played EU4. I started playing EU4 like pretty. I would say late into the development. I think it was like 1.9 was the first patch that I played. So that would have been like the Rajas, the Indian DLC, which is like I think DLC number 7 or 8. So I didn't really Do I play CK3? Yeah, I play CK3. I'm looking forward to the DLC that's coming out, the ecumenical DLC. Oh, you know what? What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna switch this out. I'm gonna put him back on Normandy a bit later, but I want to get I can't speak. What I want to do and what I want to get is this guy to get more diplomats. Diplomatic Corps, that's the one. I haven't played CK3 in a while though. Mainly because I am waiting for the next 2 DLCs. They look really good. I like that they're overhauling the economy system. I think the economy in CK3 is really boring. Thought about getting the starter pack for that, but it's like $2, and you've got most of the DLCs which you can pay separately. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know how that works. For the Steam bundles. I guess you just pay for the whatever the 2 DLCs, and it doesn't account for all the other DLCs that you paid for in the cost. So yeah, I guess I don't know what's in the starter pack. Again, because I purchased these games. I mean, EU5, EU4 being the exception. Like I think EU5 and CK3, I got all the DLCs practically when they came out. So I don't know what they add in these. Um, because this is all stuff that's they create these DLC packs like years after release. Starter Edition, Elegance of the Empire, boring. Abbasid Court, boring. Garments, boring. Tours and tournaments, yes. Friends and foes, meh. So I would argue tours and tournaments is a starter pack. But the cosmetics, yeah, cosmetics are boring because you can. Here's the thing, CK3, and like all the Paradox games are very moddable, and usually mod content is very good, is actually really well done. It's almost as good, if not better, than developer content. So I would argue, yeah, don't get it for the cosmetics. I get cosmetic packs because they come as part of like season passes. Because I'll get the season pass to save on like $20, $30 for the next DLCs. Because I'm gonna be playing these games inevitably. And Paradox is very reliable because they always come out with patches generally for their games. So that they don't like abandon their games like midway through development. One exception being Imperator Rome, but that was a very like because they failed horribly on release with that one. Um, but yeah, because you only need to get tours and tournaments as well because you have friends and foes and the main game. Yeah, yeah. Tours and tournaments is really good because that I believe that adds well tours and tournaments. It adds like activities which is actually a really big part of the game. And Friends and Foes, I'm not sure about that one. I think that adds like house rivalries and house dynamics. The one that I actually would argue is a big starter pack DLC that isn't in the starter pack would be Roads to Power. I mean, currently, the next DLC maybe not so much, but Roads to Power adds landless gameplay. More specifically, it adds gameplay for like I say landless because there are a bunch of landless government types, but this is pure landless, like you are playing as a roaming adventurer type. Actually, adventurer is probably a more apt way of describing it, but adventurer gameplay. Um, which, I mean, I have yet to see a good, like, kind of fantasy setting to... I haven't played many mods, but I am kind of thinking it might be a good idea to try out like a D&D inspired kind of fantasy style uh you know, game with that in mind, landless in mind. I'll try it out with some people that I know. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, definitely. Roads to Power and Tools and Tournaments, I think, are the two big, like, necessary DLCs. Everything else is very, like, regional based. But Tools and Tournaments definitely feels like a very, like, broad, um, DLC. And, of course, Roads to Power just because of, landless gameplay. Um, don't know what DLCs might be good to get. Again, it's like an EU4 because a lot of EU4 DLCs, with the exception of the starter packs, are very like regional and flavor pack based. So it's like, oh, if you want to get the Indian DLC if you want to play in India, you either get the China DLC if you want to play in China, and so on and so on. And then there are a bunch of, I think the more recent DLCs, the latest DLCs are very like, oh, we have content packs for like countries all over the world that we never got around to filling up because we're lazy. um, I think Domination in EU4 adds content for the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire. Um, or overhauls it, I should say, because there was a DLC called um, Purple Phoenix that added content for Byzantium, but that adds even more stuff on top. Got Royal Court, but you think that's oh, Royal Court, I guess, is another necessary DLC, though I say that with an asterisk because I'm not actually a fan of the Royal Court system. I think it's really the worst aspect of CK3. Probably the most disconnected as well. I wish they would overhaul that because it feels like a purely cosmetic thing. I say purely cosmetic. It adds stuff like you do have like, you know, the court inventory stuff, which I guess is useful to have, but it's not very I don't like it. It just adds more bloat and things that I don't really want to think about when I'm playing those games. Um, but from a cosmetic point of view, if you're really into that kind of thing, I think Royal Court is good to have. Like, if you like to see, like, the Byzantine court when you're playing as Byzantium, or, like, the French court, or, like, tribal courts up in the north, like, that is nice to see, I think. And it actually, it's really nice when you look at, like the Far East, like in China and Japan and stuff. I like that stuff. But, yeah, um... it's nice to see, but I don't think it's necessary. I don't know what else they add in Royal Court. I feel like there's something that is in there that is necessary, that is probably like really nice to have. But I'm not a big cosmetics guy. Good, 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 perfect. Yeah. So we'll give it another month. I'm probably going to start moving my troops out. Where am I going with this? France is not my candidate for war. I'm probably going to fight Sind, actually. Let's check out their navy. Yeah, the navy is kind of boring. So yeah, let's do that. Let's fight these guys. I'm gonna white piece the Mamluks. Maybe take some of their money. I can't take their money. We're gonna white piece them. Might actually make it a lot easier for me to go and take this to do this. Maybe I'll give it another month before I start taking in land. I want to set up some vassals and fiefdoms as well. And annexation is a very big priority of mine. Um, oh, right, yes. So, let's get these legions out there. See if we can fit them on the boats. Sorry about that. Oh my god. Okay, so, also, while I'm here, I'm going to build up my road network to this here. Perfect. I might do the same thing here, though it does seem like these guys have actually built up... Wow, modern roads. This is one of the things that I really like about EU5, compared to EU4. In EU4, you don't have roads. It's a bit basic in that regard, but in EU5, you have like a fairly granular road building system in the game. I'd like for them to build the system up a bit more. I think there are some things that are missing that Imperator did a lot better than EU5, but I think for the most part, I really like this system. Alright, and this is another thing. I want to make sure... I want to see if I... Where I can get these roads. Imperial Legionaries. Justified Holy Wars. Like the sound of this, the Casus Belli speed. This is where the road thing was. Gold standards, that looks really nice. That's really funny to think about, because my currency system... Auto mod blocks it. I don't know what's going on. I don't see anything on my auto mod. Maybe it's a word that I've banned because it's like, you know, the bots use it all the time. You know what I mean? Oh, migration attraction to cities. Urbanization, that's an interesting one that I'm probably never going to use. Paradox, no, no, I wouldn't ban Paradox. Well, I don't know why the mods would use Paradox. I can't think of any context where it's like, oh yeah, that's a bannable offense. Yeah. Those damn Paradox shells. Rights of the commoners. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe I can strengthen the rights. Estates. That's a general estate satisfaction equilibrium. That's really nice. Oh man, I'd actually really like to get this. Though, I mean, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. Talked about how you like the game and you wait for them to finish the game and then get the essential DLCs. Yeah, I think that's an economically, fiscally responsible strategy. I agree with that, but I'm not fiscally responsible. So I like to play these games. I'm a you know, a beta tester, glorified beta tester. Oh, I mean, here's the thing. I'm essentially, like, as I say, fiscally irresponsible when it comes to playing, like, Paradox games. Though I would argue maybe not so much. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, like, with these kinds of games, I spend thousands of hours on them, regardless as to whether I have DLCs or not. and having the extra DLCs, like, I guess enhances the experience for me. Um, but again, I play like thousands of hours in these games, so like, what, spending $20 to get like another 1,000 hours feels like a really good investment compared to like some of these games on Steam where I spend like $5, $10, 90% off, and I'd only get like 100 hours at most. So from a time investment point of view, I find that these games are incredibly, like, cost effective. Even as they are more expensive than most other games, it's like, it is genuinely like a really good investment. Strategy games generally, it's not even just Paradox games, but like strategy games are, because of like how they're designed, or just in the nature of strategy games, like every game is different. Like, it is incredibly replayable, and therefore incredibly cost effective. And here we are at the end of the so I can do Orthodox Synod, so we're going to do that in a bit. But what I want to do is wait another month, because I need to get this diplomat here. You've spent a lot of money on High 4 DLC and you only have 100 hours. Yeah, okay. Only 100. I'm surprised. Did you, have you not, like, have you not, I don't know, how do you, like, I feel like there's a typo. You probably mean over 1,000. But really, over 100. Unit building, in Hoi 4. Yeah, I guess the template stuff can be a bit overwhelming, but generally you can, like, automate that stuff, I believe. Yeah, I'm not really good with that stuff either. I don't like the logistics aspect of Hoi 4 is kind of what, like, um um it's one of the things that kind of turned me away from the game. I much prefer EU5, in that regard. Yes, I think, perfect. This is it. This is what I want. Now, we are gonna go and demand peace, and then form a bunch of vassals. I have this great opportunity to start annexing people as well. Gonna form, uh, let's see, where, I just want to see where I want to get, want to build these things. You don't regret buying the game DLCs. Yeah, like, if you don't play it now, you'll play it again in the future. It's not like the game just disappears. You'll always have an opportunity to learn the game, and um so on and so forth. I'm probably going to get back into Hoi 4 sometime in the future. I just don't know when, but I will. I'm kind of curious because, like, Hoi 4's been around. I played Hoi 4 when it first came out, and it's been around for about a decade. And I'm wondering, like, because this is like one of their longest running games, they're going to come out, if they're actually developing like what about Hoi 5? If they're coming out with Hoi 5, I forgot what iteration they're on. I said Hoi 4 without really thinking about it. Like, what iteration are they on? What's Hoi 4 on now? In my head, but yeah, because it's so, like, you know, it's so ingrained. Let's do fiefdom. I like to do fiefdoms. And big fiefdoms as well, and then maybe a small vassal on the side. At least it's not a subscription we have to keep an eye on. Yeah, I don't like subscriptions personally. Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. Having to keep an eye on it, actually. Yeah, the issue, like, from a psychological point of view, for me, like, having a subscription just feels like you're... there's that pressure to, like, use up most of your free time to play this one game, or play games on a subscription service. I mean, especially with, like, Paradox games. I mean, if I were to, like, get, like, the Xbox subscription, I don't know what it's like nowadays, but I remember back in the day it was a fairly decent investment because you'd have, like 100 or so games that you could play on the subscription, and you're not pressured to play the one game. But with Paradox subscriptions, it's like you're only getting access to whatever game, and it's like, okay, I guess I could just pay it on the subscription, but it's just like I'd be effectively forcing myself to play through a game, and I might get bored halfway through the month. So I don't want to like, I don't like doing that. I'd rather get those games personally. Um, it's unhealthy, I think, really. um, yeah, exactly. It's a temporary loss as well. Yeah, in the long term, you'd be spending more money on subscriptions. Um, Especially with these kinds of games where it's like you kind of expect to play for a long time. Uh, yeah. Seed Province, we're gonna give this to them. They've already got those guys. Good. Um, they're still integrating. Is this one province? So they've got two more provinces, one more province to integrate, and hopefully they'll start like assimilating. And we can see the effects of this. They are assimilating these cultures to Latin. As you can see, I don't think I've shown the map mode yet, but I've converted most of the Roman Empire to Latin culture. It's been very efficient these last decades, um, assimilating the provinces here. Um, yeah, I don't really have the mindset to really keep an eye on subscriptions. I've got like the subscription for like a music thing. I mean, I cancel it every once in a while, but like I just don't really, I don't keep an eye on like the end of the subscription date, so I always keep a loose track of that. And by the time it goes away, I'm like, and I want to get back into like composing music or whatever. It's gone. I'm like, oh my god, I have to fucking ring. And I don't really use the subscription as efficiently as I probably should. Not efficient with my time. So I spend most of my free time playing EU5. um, Spotify. Oh yeah. Well, Spotify makes sense because you don't have to. You're not actively using Spotify. Like Spotify, you can put on the side on and like you can listen to music or podcasts or whatever on Spotify. That to me makes sense as as a subscription, at least from a functional, from a utilitarian point of view. You are probably going to make the most of that subscription. But like with the, you know, with a video game, you are actively using that. Um, so Spotify, yeah, again, like that's a, you know, and I mean, I personally wouldn't go for Spotify because I can usually just go on YouTube and use ad block. You know, it kind of I can circumvent Spotify subscriptions by, you know, using ad block. um, I guess it doesn't really work as well if I'm using it on like the phone or whatever. I think the Spotify subscription makes sense, more sense on the phone. Miss the times where you could buy a game and really own it. Yeah, physical's dead. It's a shame. No DLCs, no day patches. Yeah. Though, I mean, I think that is a bit revisionist. I mean, I feel like a lot of games on day one from my personal experience, were pretty, yeah, very buggy. I, I remember like Neverwinter Nights being really buggy on release, um, on like the base game. At least my copy was very buggy. And getting like the diamond edition was like a big sigh of relief because like that was actually like a really well-rounded game, but like base game was pretty awful. Maybe, yeah. I mean, I think ownership of games. I think you can still. I mean, there are like places where you can argue that you have ownership of your games. Like you own executables and stuff if you buy games on GOG, for example. So I don't think that's totally like um um totally correct. And I think Steam, while you technically don't own the games, if Steam goes away, then you lose your games. But I think Steam, as it stands right now, under the benevolent ownership of Gabe Newell, I think is it's. I think they've done incredibly well considering the legality of it. I mean, they're pretty. Um, I mean, like let's say, um, you know, a game goes, I mean, it's sort of not a game, a developer goes bankrupt and no longer sells the game. You do not lose access to the game. The game is still there on Steam. Obviously, people can't purchase the game anymore, but like, yeah. Yeah, no, Steam is definitely a different story. I completely agree. I think Ubisoft generally and EA are the big examples that I think of. Epic, I guess, to an extent. But it's mainly those like third-party fucking launchers. But I think for the most part, I don't have to deal with that. I've never really found that I've like dealt with a developer where, because I usually don't like playing EA games or Ubisoft games. I think the exception may be like Assassin's Creed, but I've generally I I I don't like playing those games nearly as much. Yeah, yeah, I'm a big fan of Aiden. What's his name? Aiden Ross. I used to watch his YouTube channel. Yeah, it failed. It failed really in the European Union. Jeez, that sucks. Yeah. Right, right. Okay. I feel like I probably want to take Barker, give it to Nuffy. Oh, yeah, right. I need to start annexing people. I don't know why I'm on pausing here. So I want to annex this guy. 1750, that's 10 years. Definitely want to get that out of the way. I want to improve relations with these guys, but maybe not yet. I'm gonna start annexing some more people. How is Malmahus? Wait, hold on. Isn't this a Pronoia? Hold on a minute. What the fuck? Wait. This is a Pronoia. Why? You know what? This is not a terrible thing. Not a terrible thing, because it means they will start assimilating and religiously converting these territory. I just want to see what their position is here. Okay, so their capital is too far away. I want to maybe just like kill this guy. God damn, his stats are so good though. Yeah. What was I saying about? Um. Yeah, I mean, Steam. Gabe Newell has generally had a very like pro-consumer stance on things. I think he says he is a consumer of games and understands you know, the plight of people who try to buy games. I think Steam, like he created Steam as a like as a way as a you know, because he thought it provided a very convenient way for people to purchase games. So he has a very consumer-minded approach to a lot of these kinds of things. So I wouldn't be surprised if he supported it. Um, um, but yeah, beyond that, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna zone out here because I'm trying to like figure out if I can even annex anyone. Because I just, oh, there we go. That can get annexed. 1741, perfect. October. I'm gonna wait until October then, before I start fighting people. Also, I need to start moving armies up north. What the fuck? Hold on a minute. Am I missing cannons in any of these guys? I've got 10 cannons. Just moving to the coastline here. Right, I'm moving these armies to Egypt because we're going to start ferrying forces to Sind, to India, to go and deal with the Indians. Create the Roman East India Company. And then we'll send these ships back out to the west to Tunis. Ferry these guys to Britain and reunite them with the cannons of an island. October is the big date to remember. This guy. Oh, right, I haven't started annexing him. I want to annex him. Yeah. I actually want to play Neverwinter Nights. I was just talking about it just then, but I might actually... I don't know if I've got it on Steam, but I'm thinking I might get into that. I have very fond memories of the game, and I want to see how well it's aged. You know, just as a bit of an aside, Neverwinter Nights. Neverwinter Nights is essentially it's like Dungeons and Dragons 3.0. Yeah, the composer for the Elder Scrolls games. Before he did Elder Scrolls, before he did Morrowind, he actually composed the soundtrack for Neverwinter Nights. And actually, a lot of the Morrowind soundtrack is effectively like a derivation of the Neverwinter Nights soundtrack. I'll just type it in just in case. So that's the original Neverwinter Nights. I'm actually going to have a look, because they came out with Neverwinter Nights 2 recently. Like a remaster. Yeah, that's 35% off. I really want to play that one as well. I think they came out with achievements too. I'm... Oh. Oh, apparently it's really poorly optimized. It's a shame. Again, like, I really liked the Neverwinter Nights 2 story mode. It was actually probably one of my favorites. Um, like out of the games that I played at that era, like Neverwinter Nights 2. I mean, it's not amazing, honestly. Like it's not the most amazingly written story mode, but I think it just has a it's just I don't know, nostalgic for me. This is really cool. Like I feel like Game of Thrones was inspired by this, or this was inspired by Game of Thrones, but there's this really big like trial scene in Neverwinter Nights 2, which ends up like essentially like the trial is rigged against you and you cannot win. But you figure this out to, like 3/4 of the way through the trial, and everybody like the jury starts to like they all you know, like even if you are incredibly successful at like getting the jury to vote for you, um, somehow for some reason something happens that like, you know, turns the verdict into a guilty verdict. And so you're effectively forced into a trial by combat situation, kind of like in Game of Thrones with Tyrion Lannister. And I think it was maybe not inspired by Game of Thrones, but inspired by a lot of the same stuff that Game of Thrones was inspired by. Um, but yeah, it's a really great storyline. What's my opinion on Wandering Nobles as a DLC? It's like it's a bit like a flavor pack. It's a flavor pack for people who like to play as adventurers, so landless characters. So I would say personally I think it's probably one of the more versatile DLCs, because more often than not you're probably going to be playing as an adventurer in some form fashion or another. But I'd say yes, I'd probably get it. But it is one of the more useful flavor packs out there. Is my not diagnosis, my verdict. Yes, yeah, useful, nice to have. I wouldn't say it's as necessary as tours and tournaments, but I mean it's like tours and tournaments for landless. So what it essentially adds is an extra I don't know if you play CK3, but in CK3 you have these like the skill trees for like the different like traits. Landless Wandering Nobles adds another um like skill tree that you level up based on your traveler ability. So the more you travel, the more you level up, the more I think it's something like a percentage bonus. So you get like your percentage bonus is dependent on your traveler trait. So if you're maxed out on your traveler trait, you get 50% experience gain. And I would say, yeah, the skills are pretty useful. Um, and situationally uh, interesting and useful, I guess. Because even if you're not playing as a landless adventurer, some of the things give you, like, you can start touring your lands, like for like special, well, one of the things, I'm not sure if you know this, because I don't think you've played landless, but there are when you travel in CK3, there are like points of interest on the map. So you might have like big battlefield um, um, locations, like if you had a big battle, then like traveling and revisiting the location of a battle will give you like martial points, and like going to Constantinople will give you like pious points. Going to like religious centers will give you pious points and so on. Um, and like notable landmarks will give you other experience points and so on. So you have like an activity that specifically caters to that kind of like tour. It's like a personal like a tourist trip, really. Um, you have some examples where like you have pilgrimage, which is like the religious equivalent of that. I think that's in tours and tournaments. Um, where you can go to like Jerusalem or Constantinople, or like if you're playing as a pagan, you can go to the pagan holy sites. And there's this flavor for that as well for the different religions, which I think is really neat. Do I have any other DLCs that are nice to have but still useful? Not off the top of my head. I'm gonna go through the list actually. Um, let me just go through my DLCs. Um, I'll just go through all of them really. There aren't that many, surprisingly. So Northern Lords is really nice if you want to play as the Vikings. Royal Court is, yeah, it's, I guess it is considered to be a necessary, but I don't consider it a necessary DLC. Fate of Iberia, if you want to play in Spain, that's really useful. It adds situations for 867 and 1066, the Reconquista stuff. Friends and foes I'm a bit ambivalent about. Tours and tournaments is necessary. Wards and Wardens, I think, is kind of meh. It's, I think that's like a story pack DLC. I don't really care for it. Legacy of Persia is useful if you're playing as a Muslim, especially if you're playing in Persia. And I think it's also useful for playing as Zoroastrians as well. KOTOR of Capet, boring. Legends of the Dead. Legends are shit. But I feel like I do use them occasionally. So I don't know. I don't like the implementation of Legends, just generally. I much prefer how they were done in CK2. But I would probably put that up there as nominally useful compared to some of the flavor packs, because every country will have Legends. But I'd only get that on sale. And I would honestly say Wandering Nobles is a bit more useful than that. But Legends of the Dead I'd still put there as, like, yeah, nominally useful. Nominally is probably the wrong word. That would just mean it's useful in name. It's useful. I think it's generally more useful, not quite as situationally useful as some of the region-based DLC packs. Yes, yeah, I'd say that is the case. Whatever you said. Crowns of the World is boring. Khans of the Steppe is useful. It's a regional pack if you like playing in like the steppes, so nomads. I think more specifically, it is a flavor pack for Mongolian nomads. I would not argue it's as flavorful for like the Turkic nomads. But definitely, if you want to play as the Mongolians, Khans of the Steppe is really great. Coronations. That gets a really bad rap, and I think because the value in Coronations, like it shouldn't really be its own DLC. Personally, no, it's all good. I think it's useful for other people. If anybody else is watching this and they play CK3, this is actually like a pretty good checklist. Coronations, I would probably get on sale. It's fairly cheap, so it's like whatever. But Coronations, I wouldn't get it obviously if you don't have tours and tournaments. Coronations is another how should I put it? It's like an activity. It's one of these. It's like it's like something that should have been involved in the tours and tournaments DLC, but they added it. It's like kind of tacked on because I think from a fiscal point of view, from a business point of view, they felt like they had to come out with a DLC because the big DLC that was coming out was All Under Heaven, and like they had like a whatever 6 or 7 month gap, so they wanted to come out with something in the meantime to like kind of um yeah, I don't know. Look at the reviews and kind of judge based on that. I got Coronations because it was a part of the um it was a part of the season pass. So I was getting it anyways. Um one way or the other. I was mainly looking forward to getting Cards of the Steppe and All Under Heaven. All Under Heaven is really great if you're playing in East Asia, so like China, Japan, like Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia. Like All Under Heaven is like it's like an all-purpose Eastern DLC. I think as far as DLCs go, I think it's probably one of the most. It has the most coverage as far as like countries and regions. I would even argue that All Under Heaven is really great if you're playing as a nomad. If you're playing as Mongolia and you invade China, like that's really great. Just so much content there. Um, what else is there? You know what? I really want to play Crusader Kings 3 when I'm done with 5. I was thinking about playing Japan and doing like a Japan into China playthrough. And I think this is a really... Yeah, man. The more I think about it, the more I want to do it. I really want to finish this playthrough. But yeah, I think that's all the DLCs. So yeah, that's my checklist. Uh, but just back onto Coronations just for a bit, because that again is a very contentious DLC. And a DLC. I would argue that you probably don't need to buy that one. It's a flavor pack, I think in a similar vein to stuff like Friends and Foes, and like the Rivals one. It is kind of, yeah, not necessary. Um, but also, yeah, I don't know. It depends on how you play the game. I personally don't use Coronations all that much. Um, I did get the 5 thing. That's good. Did I... I'm moving... I have moved these guys. I'm gonna... grab them. Oh, wow. I can only take half. I need more fleets. No! Alright. Okay. Just double check that. So... Alright. Okay, so I'll double the fleet. I'm gonna get my navies, get the navy builder, and we are gonna do the Asian Expeditionary Fleet. I'm gonna build it in Rome. That sets it up. We've got all these boats being built up. We're all gonna head off to Roma. Roma. And we've got these guys. I'm going to declare war on these guys when the truce is over. I just want to make sure I might actually start. I am building the spy network, so I'm getting the Casus Belli. Where are my navies? Alright, so I did set this navy over here. We're grabbing this guy. Oh, hold on. Fuck, it's a bit late now. Now, I'm just gonna... Okay, well, it's a good thing I built that. And again, we're looking at our navies. I just want to see what is being built here. These are merchantmen. Good. I can't upgrade my fleets yet, unfortunately, because I'm still moving my forces around, and I need to have a strong navy on here before I do this. keep Arche and Mediolanum Auroracorum. Aulacorum. Aulacorum? Fuck, I don't know. Okay. Well, good thing is, if I play Crusader Kings 3, if I start a new playthrough, like the new DLC that's coming out with the ecumenical stuff is not going to impact Japan, so I'm in a really good spot there. I think it's, yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's all good. I like talking about Paradox games, surprisingly. No, not surprisingly. I like playing them, I like talking about them. Gotterdammerung. I think as far as the new DLCs go, it's actually pretty good. But that was, I think that was the last DLC that I played properly. I really like playing Germany in that one. Yeah, I think the issue was because I got that with the Season Pass, and it came out with a bunch of DLCs after that that were really terrible, like the Graveyard of Empires, especially. Probably one of the worst DLCs I've ever played in any Paradox game. Like, some of the most boring, um, things there. Gotterdammerung, the DLC for Germany. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Germany, like, it was interesting to think about, but Germany was, like, probably one of the most underdeveloped, countries on the map, because every other country had gotten DLCs, like Italy, France, Britain, Poland even had a fucking DLC, like Denmark, Sweden, but Germany still had the same, focus tree from like 1.0. So it was, yeah, not surprising they're coming out with another DLC. And I'd seen, though to be fair, I had seen, like dev diaries like a year or two in advance. Well, it wasn't even dev diaries. These were like small snippets, like sneak peeks, for the next big DLC, and like everybody fucking guessed. At least everybody that saw it, which was a surprising small amount of people, but everybody who saw the leaks, knew it was going to be Germany. And that they were adding like content for like the SS and stuff. Um, um, but yeah, I actually really like the Germany focus tree. It's a lot of fun. I mean, even the base game Germany focus tree is really good. Um, you pretty much got all of the DLCs that got it done wrong. They got it. So yeah, same. I pretty much played all the DLCs on release. Let's go and hire that courtier. Iberios Balmains. Just gonna check out my achievements here, see where we're at, where possible. Actually, I want to zoom out first before because I can F9 it. But these are the only territories that I'm concerned about in the Mediterranean. Mare Nostrum. So is it owned personally by Rome? Top Overlord. Right. Got it. So I don't have to... Sorry, hold on. Well, okay. So I don't have to own this personally. It just has to be me or my vassals slash fiefdoms slash subjects. So the last bit of land that I need is Morocco in Fez, and that's it. That's me done with this achievement. Now, my second one, Belisar's Legacy. I believe it's about the same thing here. Um, Actually, no, I think I need a bit more. So we're going to look at Justinian's borders. So I don't actually need anything from Tlemcen, but I do need a bit more from Tunis. I will be taking more land from Tlemcen, though. I'm probably just going to wipe him out in this war. I might do the same with Tunis, honestly. I'll just take as much as I can, those two provinces, for Belisar's Legacy. But as far as I'm aware, as far as I can see, I've got everything that I need. I just need Morocco. So I think after this war, I'm going to break my relations with Morocco. To build up that casus belli against the Moroccans and end both of these achievements, both Mare Nostrum and Belisar's Legacy. What a great guy. Well, this one's going to be a bit more difficult. I have plans to go and push into Georgia because I want to get a land connection to Ural Sea. And then we're going to go and push in. We're going to take Ural Duchy. Hopefully. Hopefully. Or maybe make our way through here, but I think it's probably going to have to be through Ural Duchy. Going to try and make our way up to the northern bit of Central Asia. Northern Asia. And yeah, I have a casus belli against Georgia. That's coming up. And they are allied to the Mamluks, so we can take bits of East Africa. This is actually... Sorry, hold on. Fuck. Oh, fuck. So this counts as East Africa for the achievement. And I've already got South Africa here as well. I've got Central Africa, Western Africa, Northern Africa, obviously. So that'll be Africa finished. Then I have to consider the Southern India. I've got that DLC coming up with Sind. And there's Southeast Asia. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I think I haven't started an expedition. I thought I'd already done that. This is another thing. I've been building up a spy network in Castile, but I think that was a bad idea. What I probably should have been doing, building a spy network on one of these guys. Right now, so far you've gotten DLC 63, the import. One for 44, which... Oh, yeah. I'll be back in a sec. I'm just going to use... I'm going to go for a bathroom break, but I will be back in a secundo. Okay, what am I doing? Progress to centralize that cabinet member cost. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing. I mean, I'm assuming like the sales aren't going to be static. They're going to be changing like over the period until July. Um, so I'm definitely having a look. I'm really looking forward to I mean, seeing if Indiana Jones, the new Indiana Jones game, goes down in price. I played because Humble Bundle actually bugged out, so I actually had a free copy for like 2 days, and I played that new Indiana Jones game. And I honestly think it's probably one of my favorite games. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore because they revoked the key, but it was like genuinely like really fun. Um, um, I guess I would recommend it, but it's really expensive. It's like $120, like full price. Another game that I'm really looking forward to playing, because I played the first game um back when, but I really want to play Death Stranding 2 as well, and God of War, the new God of War game as well. Was it Ragnarok that came out like last year on PC? I played the first one again, like I played it on PlayStation when it first came out back in 2018. Oh, I feel like it was a bit longer than that. My God. Don't tell me it came out like a decade ago. I don't think that. I don't think it did. 2018. My God, 2018. Yeah, I mean, I've been going through a lot of my catalog of games that came out since I graduated high school and like my university game playlist. Like fucking, I finished God of War recently, so that was 2014. That came out in 2014. But I've been playing the PC version. I got it when it was on PlayStation 4. Um, As one of my early PlayStation 4 releases. I've been meaning to play what's that game? Metal Gear Solid 5 again. I mean, I've been trying to get back into that, but that feels like, to me, compared to other games, it's a bit like um formulaic, I guess. Um Metal Gear 3 is a game that I'd like to play, but that's probably going to be really expensive for a while. They just came out with that. I've been meaning to get into Resident Evil 2. I tried playing it, and I got into it for like the first 30 minutes, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this. So I'm gonna chalk that down to the fact that I probably wasn't in the mood to play it, rather than it being a bad game. I think it's a really good game, honestly. It looked really good, but I think I was just in the middle of playing other games, mainly Paradox games. So I couldn't commit to it. But I would really like to play it. I do have it installed, I believe. And if I don't, I probably should. But, I'm currently playing, just for those who are interested, I'm playing, Crisis 3. And that's, I got that fairly recently on Humble Bundle. And I got, Dead Space, the remake on the summer sale. That's actually something I might maybe recommend people play. I don't know. I mean, I played the second game. I played Dead Space 2 on PS3, but I heard the first game was a lot better. And just based on that, I would probably recommend Space. It's on 90% off. Well, so keep an eye on that. I also got Watch Dogs 2. I'll probably be playing that. I tried playing the first game, and I don't think I really liked it. I might have another look at it time. Just purely based on I've got the second game. I'll just I'd want to, just as a bit of a completionist run, just try and play the first. And wow, I've got it ignored on my on Steam. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it now that I've mentioned Watch Dogs. I'm surprised I've got it on a. It's only $3. That's crazy. Just to think, this game was a game. I remember when it first came out, and it was like, oh my god, like it's like modern day Assassin's Creed. And like everybody I knew played it, and what was I saying? Where was Clay? What up? Oh fuck. Um, $22 months. I gotta get this war going now. Oh my god. Because if I don't, then France joins the coalition. Not France. Then Tlemcen joins this coalition up here. I want to keep the war separate. It's just going to be a bit harder to manage. We're going to try and we're going to bring these troops out to the west. It's Tlemcen allied to anyone. They are allied to Tunis. I feel like I'm missing an army somewhere. Move these guys out to the east. Got another 7 months. My god. Bloody hell. Yeah, unfortunately, I might be waiting. Might have to wait for this one. It really depends on when people... So that's like 2 years. Alright, I'm gonna put my podcast just a little away. Ugh. we don't need the cast a spell anymore. Oh, good. Perfect. Oh, there's a lot of English pops here. Didn't realize. Why? Why are there so many English people? What am I converting them to? I am converting them to Latin, so like, I don't know. Oh, alright. Nice. Unruly colonies. Who cares about the unruly colonies? I don't care. Oh, come on. Oh, pause. So we're gonna declare war on Ireland. Alemken, thank God, has not joined the coalition. We are now going to press our claim. We have imperialism. We're going to bring Kiev, Morocco, Poland, and Russia into this war against Connacht. I'm probably going to white peace Bohemia. Wait, what the hell is going on? Have the Americans met their need to the— No, no, I am not bothering with America. I can't be fucked. It's just too much to deal with. But what I can do is, like, take, the old world, bits of it, chunks, to get the other achievement. Yay. How's control looking like? It's looking pretty good. I've migrated my local governors from Hispania because I've actually converted all of the— Well, I've got majority in the province, the diocese of Hispania. No, I can't do— I'm not gonna do the Latin American stuff. That's just a bit too— Yeah, it's looking good. It's good. Just I managed to declare war on Ireland before Tlemcen joined the coalition, so I'm actually able to declare war on Tlemcen in a separate war. Once I managed to get these troops pretty bad outside the blue. Yeah. Well, I'm getting railways when I get industrialization. Hopefully, we'll get industrialization. Broken road boost for Rome. I'm not sure about broken roads. I don't know what you mean by that. But there is a— you do get proximity. So I think it's something like -2 proximity by land. I don't think it's a road thing specifically. It's like it's just -2 by land. And there's another one here. You can get proximity +3 roads with the postal service. And then I can get an extra 5 with railroads, and then fill in the rest with the proximity speed bonuses. No, yeah, well, they used to have a +5 proximity boost. I think proximity has changed quite a bit as well. Like it was, they changed how it works. But now it's proximity speed of 2 instead of 5. So essentially, with the text currently as it stands in 1.2, with all the changes to proximity and stuff, I think you can get close to 0, but it's like 1%. But I don't think you can get it down to 0 for proximity distance. But I could be wrong. I mean, I'm just kind of like eyeballing it right now. Oh yeah. I feel like probably I'm probably just get my like an i5. Um, this is like top end stuff for like what 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I don't know if this is like that amazing. I've turned a lot of stuff off in the background. I've pretty much just got like E5 running. Like that's it. Yeah, it helps that I'm not like playing toaster. It might have something to do with the fact that you're, I don't know, you might have some stuff running in the background. Like, again, I turned everything off. What do I have? I have, well, maybe i5? Hold on, let me check that. Like, I think I got that wrong. Um, specs. Let me Google this. I know I've got a 2080 Ti, a 2080 Super Ti, my graphics card. Um, processor. Sorry, I said i5, i7. I've got an i7 97K CPU. I think an i5 was the one that I had previously. 7. I've only got 8 gigabytes of RAM, because I wasn't expecting to, like, go up in price. 7 years. Got this. I wasn't expecting that to really, you know, I wasn't expecting AI to, like, really take off. But I'm glad I got everything else, though. I think graphics cards were, like, I got my graphics card like right after the whole cryptocurrency boom. So things started to like equalize in price, and now you've got fucking AI like data centers taking up all the GPUs. And it's like I'm really glad that I got my GPU and like all my computer parts. Yeah, yeah, 8 gigabytes is a lot. Though to be fair, I mean I haven't really had too many issues. Alright, hold on. Hold on. No, my bad. So it's the graphics card that has the 8 gigabytes. 16 gigabytes. My bad. I'm getting so many things here. But the graphics card has 8 gigabytes of RAM. I've got 2 memory sticks. Each 8 gigabytes. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, 16's not too bad. Okay, so what I want to do, I don't really care about these territories. That either. That piece them. Although I kind of don't care about Bohemia. Honestly, getting this 7 months. Oh, we'll wait another 7 months, and maybe I'll bring some troops out to go shit down. I don't wanna stray too far. Pick South Africa. Oh, perfect. Move the ships, move the fleets up to our red sea fleets. I'm gonna call it the Transasiatic. Which I thought I named it to that before, but um, what's navy in Latin? Is it class? Classes. Oh, come on. I should probably... Oh, what am I doing? Got the guy... Where's my regular... I mean, my area... This guy. Alright, it's pretty late now. I think I'm probably gonna go now. But thanks for watching, everybody. I'm probably gonna stream a bit more tomorrow again as well. Um, I'm gonna be streaming in the afternoon. Some more Crisis 3. I'm like halfway through that game, which I'm actually having a lot of fun with. I'm also gonna try and probably play a different. I feel like I'm gonna finish Crisis fairly soon. So I mean, like that's inevitable. I'm gonna play. I don't know whatever I bought. Summer sale. One of these games. I've got a big backlog of games as well. I got the that Harry Potter game, Hogwarts Legacy, or whatever it's called. So I might try that out. Dead Space, that's another one. I think Dead Space is probably the one I'm looking to the most. Anyways, good night, everybody. Okay, that's unusual. See if this is still streaming the audio. Okay, that's unusual. It is. What the fuck?